Rarely do words do justice to the language of love. When attempting to speak the love of a craft, some turn to music. This craft has been known to demolish barriers and keep a message going on, all while gaining different meanings. This metamorphosis is just as natural as our own and just as important. You never know if somebody's going to take your message differently, and maybe their take may have done good. So keep in mind that though you may mean one thing by one note, dissonance may do you well, because all notes on all scales are played on the love carousel. Aeon Nova. Let's hear a little bit about yourselves. You can pass the mic around.
Well, howdy. We are Aeon Nova, three-piece instrumental metal out of Austin, Texas. We've been playing all together about 8 months now.
Yeah.
8 months. Band's been together, good Lord, about four years now. Coming up in half a decade. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Barely any fights.
Hi, my name's Alex. I play bass in Aeon Nova in Austin, Texas. We're a three-piece. We've been together for about 8 or 9 months.
Keep it going.
Keep it going.
You don't say.
You forgot the last
That's about it for me. Here's Gio.
Hi, my name's Gio. I play guitar in Aeon Nova. We've been a band together about 8 or 9 months.
Oh my gosh.
No, I mean we're an instrumental metal band
From where?
from here, but I don't know. I think we do our thing differently, and we have a fun time doing it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's kind of why I invited you guys on. What have you guys been up to lately?
We just went and recorded a record.
Really?
Yeah.
How was that? Somebody's got a lot of thoughts on it.
It was grueling. It was been in the studio before. I think we've all been in the studio before, but it wasn't terrible. We got along. We cleaned the house. It was a bit messy, so we cleaned it. Had a nice, clear thinking space. First 4 days, I did my drums. 4 days straight. I mean, running marathons. So we didn't drink. We stayed sober. Thought that'd probably be for the best. And it was one of the best decisions we made. These guys I know laid down amazing tracks, 100 after 100 of them. But yeah, by the end of it, we were a little testy at each other, but not bad.
Yeah.
Shout out to Horned Lizard Studios. That's where we were for a whole week. It's great. Good place. Nice atmosphere. Good stuff. And Mark, our engineer, it's really good. Even the rough mixes sounded just super good, so it's only going to get better.
Yeah. I mean, it was a fun experience. We got to bond as a band. We got to get together and kind of share the experience of going through the record start to finish conceptually, and watching each and every person go in and kind of being together while we were laying down the tracks was really, I think, kind of interesting, because most of the songs we write before we go into the studio and have finished when we go in. So depending on how old the song is, some of the songs were written over a year ago, and they've evolved with us through the live show. So watching, Matt have to go through 4 takes of, laying down the drum track, and then having the experience of remembering just seeing how there are parts that naturally he's kind of curved to his own inclination of tempo, and slows a piece down, gives it a little bit of a dynamic range, and just seeing that all of that culminate in front of the mixing board was a real cool experience. I'm really excited to get this out.
So, when does it come out?
As soon as it's mixed and mastered. So hopefully after late April or early May.
Okay.
Yeah, fingers crossed, right?
Yeah, fingers crossed. You know how these things can be.
Yeah, we're gonna plug it on our social media, and we're gonna go ahead and do announcements about we're gonna release a single hopefully in February.
Okay.
And that'll be a cool teaser.
Well, speaking of social media, you want to tell everybody what that is?
Oh, well, I think everyone knows what social media is at this point.
Oh, well,
hopefully.
what your social media is. Semantics.
But so we're on almost every platform. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes. You can find our music on YouTube, anywhere really. Yeah, we're pretty accessible.
Over the band.
Yeah. Aeon Nova the band. That's AEONNOVA. We spell it like Latin because we're nerds,
And I still can't pronounce it.
Yeah, I thought I pronounced it wrong.
How do you do it?
It's Mama taught me how to pronounce it. It's Aeon Nova. Okay. That's Aeon business.
He
That
can't
is.
pronounce it. He's in the
Half the band names or song names you'd come up with, I'd look at and be like, what point in the shower did that come across your head?
I actually threw in metamorphosis as a nod to you guys, and then I stumbled on the word sure.
Every day.
I'm like,
We just go with the first
fine.
4 letters of each one from now on.
yeah, that's a meta.
Yeah.
So meta. Any shows coming up before I let you guys play us out?
We are starting to branch out. We've played a couple in San Antonio, Corpus Christi. I think we have for sure a Houston date.
We do.
I'll butcher the place. Yeah, I forgot the name of it. Here you are.
It's all good. February 1st, we're playing in Austin, Texas at Dirty Dog with our friends in Conixor. And then February 20th, we are going to be playing in Houston, Texas at Arcadia. And then March 6th, I believe we are playing in San Antonio at Fitzgerald's. So I think that's our upcoming schedule right now.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, everybody, you know where to find them online. And let's hear one last song.
Heck yeah.
Play us out.
All right, cool. We're going to play The Paradox of Self-Destruction.
Sweet.